Jeff, thank you. Today, the Virginia Department of Education approved new history standards for schools after months of debate. 10 News reporter Sydney Jacksheimer is live in our newsroom this evening, where she explains why, although these provisions were approved, the hard work is nowhere near complete.
That's exactly right, Duke. So now that these standards have been approved, they now have to develop a curriculum, pick out new textbooks, train teachers on these changes. And all of this, the Department of Education hopes to implement these new standards by 2025.
Every 7 years, the Department of Education revises history and social sciences standards of learning as a way to keep up with new discoveries and emerging stories. Today, after nearly 2 years of working on and editing different drafts, a revised history and social science standards were approved by the board.
I do think they are much improved.
But it was a long road to get to this point, as many teachers and parents spoke out against the first draft of the revised standards, which they say removed people of color from history.
I think at some points, this process has been called out, has kind of gone off the rails.
Like no standards on Martin Luther King Jr., Indigenous people, or Asian history.
While today is a positive step forward, it is only the first step. We got here through a grossly undemocratic process, and the current draft is still flawed and limited, and the scar of this attempt to whitewash our histories will not heal overnight.
These items are in the standards adopted today.
You will see hundreds of changes we made, changes that did elevate labor history, changes that, along the way, we've made changes that restored Asia and Africa to world history in third grade.
Parents and board members seem pleased with the revisions, calling it a good balance.
We teach it all, the good, the bad, the ugly, but we teach it all. And I'm grateful for that.
The next step is for the Department of Education to create a curriculum to meet these standards. They hope to complete that by September, and then it will be presented to the board. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Sydney Jacksheimer, 10 News, working for you.
Now, we've been asking for feedback, and according to our poll, most of you all do not support the proposed history standards by 79%. And if you would like to vote in our poll, you can scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. You can also go online at WSLS.com/vote.